Chapter 2, Website Forms, Pricing, and Scheduling. Now, let's build the front door of the business. You don't need the fanciest DNA testing website in America. You need a website that answers the customer's questions and gives them a clear next step. So, let's take another look at Pro DNA Lab. So, as you can see, I have a home page here. On the home page, above the fold, it gives them an option, right? Book your DNA test. So we know that when they come here, they're looking to get a DNA test. And I want to make it clear to them, this is where you book a test. Now, if they decide to scroll down the home page, they'll also see another section here that talks about the different types of tests that we have. And then they click get started now. It goes to the same booking form. If they scroll down more, get started with Pro DNA Lab today is right here. They can click here to book their test. Now they can scroll and see some testimonials. If they call either one of these numbers here, they will speak to the AI representative who will actually prompt them to book their test. Now, on here, I have a services tab as well. So if you click our services, let's wait on it here. It'll take you to our services tab page. On here as well, above the fold, they can book their test. But if they want to continue reading, they can read on about the different types of tests that we offer. Ancestry, grandparentage, lifestyle, DNA, deceased person's blood card, and at the very bottom, they can click book your test and it will take them to book their test. Again, all right. Um, so we have privacy policies and terms and condition pages for trust as well. Not only trust with uh, our website visitors, but also with the search engines, and with a lot of services that you may need, like in order to incorporate your CRM system where, you can have the AI representative where somebody can talk to your website, or, you can get the text back feature to start working where you can text the customer from your website number. You have to have your privacy policy and terms and conditions in place as well. These are simple pages that I created, really in a few hours, right? But I can show you how to do those as well, right? Then, okay, we have our contact lead form. Again, all throughout the website, if they click start your DNA test, it will take them to that contact form. And here we have another drop down of the DNA test that we offer as well. So they could see the test we offer from here, or they can hover their mouse here, and then they could see the test that we offer from here. So that's really all you need to get going. But I've added some other pages. I mean, we have a FAQs page, we have a blog, contact us page. The My Account page is under construction because they can't log in yet to access their account. But in the future, I'm going to make it to where they can log in and they'll be able to download their results from the back end portal of the website. So your form, right? And let me go back to my form. Your form shouldn't interrogate somebody. Um, I just want enough information to understand what they need and to be able to contact them. All right. And like if you take a look at my form again, it asks a good bit of questions, but it's just enough for me to kind of understand, what they need so that when I reach back out to them, I can have an informative conversation with them. And with my form, I mean, with your form, you definitely want to collect the name, the phone number, the email, the type of test that the customer wants, their preferred timing, the location where appropriate, and just basic case information. So, looking at my form here, as you'll see, I'm collecting the name, the email, type of test requested, preferred appointment date, preferred appointment time, preferred contact method. It's not that much information. Now, your price All right, we're going to talk about pricing. Your price cannot simply be whatever the laboratory charges you plus $20, right? You got payment processing fees, advertising fees, supplies, travel, your time, and other operating expenses. So we've covered the numbers more deeply. I think that was in day 4. So go back and watch that lesson if you haven't. But just to give you a quick example, um, for right now, I'm currently charging a 369 for the legal paternity test. The lab charges me 125 for the test. That leaves me $244. After that 125 is made, but I have to account for advertising. I have to account for if I'm gonna outsource somebody to go and do the test, and let's say maybe they charge me $50, it comes out of that 244, right? So the 244 isn't necessarily, profit. All right. So you know, but when it comes to scheduling, you just want to make booking easy. The fewer unnecessary steps between I need a DNA test and I'm booked, the better. All right. So that is day 2. The next video we'll be going over, sorry, that's chapter 2. The next video we will be going over chapter 3, and that's going to be automating your DNA testing business. So everything I've shown you so far can be done manually. And honestly, when you're brand new, you probably will do a lot of it manually. But here's the problem. What happens when somebody calls while you're collecting another specimen? What happens when somebody fills out your form at midnight? What happens when you're busy and forget to follow up with somebody who wanted a $300 or $400 test? That's where automation started becoming important to me.